afternoon, or good evening. My name is Ian, and welcome back to Mzungu Missions, where I'm currently on a long trip around South Africa with my girlfriend, Megan, and our cat, Chicken. This episode picks up where the previous one left off, at the Blyde River Canyon, where we had been camping for a few days, and were now on the way to a boat tour on the canyon's dam. The Blyde River Canyon is the largest wet canyon in the world, and third largest overall after the Grand Canyon in the US and the Fish River Canyon in Namibia. The boat tour gave us a unique perspective of the canyon from below, including a crazy looking waterfall that looked like a crying skull. It was a great way to start our day, and we were soon on our way back to our campsite in Swadini to relax and enjoy our last day there before leaving the following day. That is, until there was an unexpected change of plans. So we're at our beautiful camp spot at the Blyde River Canyon, and unfortunately we're actually busy packing up. Oh, by that I mean I'm just chilling and Megan's packing up everything. Those are the perks of having a slave with you on a trip. Yeah, we've had a really good few days here. Plan was actually to stay another night, but things changed a little bit because this afternoon at lunch we actually were chatting to some guys who have been here for a while, actually part of an Australian filming crew that are busy filming some reality show, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and they told us that a place that we should try visit is the highest peak of the Blyde River Canyon, and it's called Mariepskop, and it is exactly the one behind me, if you can see that. I believe that's it. Anyway, there's like a big radio tower type of thing on it. And apparently the drive is quite challenging, but definitely still doable with a proper 4x4 vehicle. I was a bit kind of hesitant at first because I was really enjoying staying here, but then I thought, well, who knows, might as well try, and apparently the views are insane. We were first thinking about just going up and then coming back down, but then I thought, nah. The amount of effort it's gonna be, I'd rather just go up, camp there, spend the night there, get a proper sunset, maybe a proper sunrise, and then we mission from there to our next spot, which will be Hazy View, not too far south from here, which is then when we will continue our journey to KwaZulu-Natal and the Sodwana Bay area, which I think is going to be really awesome. So we're going to finish packing up, and then we're going to hit the road. So I'll just shout at Megan to hurry up and make sure that our little chickie is okay. I think she's literally just sleeping in the bakkie still, almost the entire day. Then we'll see you guys on the way up. To get to the road leading to the peak, we had to go all the way around to the opposite side of Mariepskop from Swadini, which took a little longer than expected. We heard that there was a gate to the nature reserve that apparently closed at 4 in the afternoon, which meant that we were already late, so we hoped it would still work out. So we just arrived at the office. We're a little bit late. Luckily the guys here were nice enough to tell us, okay, no, it's fine. Just go to the office, just pay the permit and then you can come in. It really doesn't seem like people really come here much. And yeah, it makes sense because we didn't hear about it at all, other than, you know, from these other guys by word of mouth. But that is how the best things sometimes happen. Anyway, all good, Maggie Moo?
All good.
Nice.
The stamp has been locked up, so we didn't get our actual permit, but he said no one should bother us. So.
Yeah, I doubt anyone will be up there probably. But we'll see. Upwards and onwards, literally.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, bosses. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much. You too.
The drive up to the top was a lot less hectic than I had anticipated, especially since the last and steepest part was a concrete road. I did engage four-wheel drive for some sections, but I'm sure you could make it up in two-wheel drive if you know what you're doing. Making our way up, I couldn't believe how the biome had changed so dramatically. All of a sudden, we found ourselves driving through what felt like the lush rainforests of the Garden Route in the Western Cape. Just before breaking out to the breathtaking views near the top. Being one of the highest peaks in the northern part of South Africa makes Mariepskop ideal for telecommunications towers. There's even an old South African Air Force base stationed here that served to detect any threats in our airspace. So we literally just got warm and now we're running to try beat these clouds coming in so we can still get a decent-ish view. Okay, Maggie, I think this might not be the spot. I think let's go here. So now we're in a different type of biome, this being fynbos, which is predominantly what you get in the Western Cape as well. So this last few kilometers of this mountain has really reminded me of home. Yes, jeez, this is insane. Look at that. Ew. I think here we're gonna get the best view of all. Holy wow. Look at that. Absolutely insane. So okay, I'm gonna follow Megan and then we're gonna jump up on that other rock behind the bucky and see if we can see the canyon nicely. like she's in a natural habitat.
Since we couldn't easily identify a better spot, we decided to set up the tent right where we parked before running off to see the views. Luckily, this was quick and easy to do before it got dark and before the environment changed completely.
So this is what the setup looks like at the moment. Maggie chilling in the tent in the safe spot. And out here it's just like feeling super eerie. We're in the middle of a cloud at the moment. And it is like super foggy here. Check that out. Jeez, that's crazy. Situation update. We have set up the tent of safety. We're now chilling with our little lady that's had a very rough day. And yeah, we're just gonna have a bit of a movie night for as long as my laptop's battery can last. As you can hear outside, it's still sounding a bit rough. But I think that's just gonna make the night sleep all the better, to be honest.
Yeah, it's gonna be an experience regardless.
Yeah, and at least we have our little lady that can keep us nice and warm.
Oh, she's so snug right now. She had some awesome rock climbing today.
Oh, she did really well.
Yeah, she did.
And then yeah, this is the movie night setup. We got some snacks, at least, because there's no dinner tonight. It's gonna be
not
too
in
much
this
of a
wind.
mission. So yeah, that's the plan, and I believe we'll survive, at least.
Super grateful for our tent.
Yeah, this thing has been a lifesaver. I had it even in the Skeleton Coast. With the wind, it makes a huge difference. And it's not as, you'll see, like, it's not as like rocky as you think it would be.
Yeah.
The bucky's quite solid.
Considering the wind.
Yeah. Because I mean, this thing isn't necessarily the most aerodynamic when it's up, so it's literally a block. But
Hopefully
I
we'll
mean,
be
the
okay.
space that you get in this thing, it's just awesome. So yeah, we'll enjoy our night, take it chilled, and then we'll see you tomorrow. That was definitely one of the worst nights in the tent so far. The wind ended up being way worse than we thought it would be. Kind of more in the beginning of the night. It literally just got progressively worse to the point where it literally sounded like, to say, like a sledgehammer hitting the side of the tent, like every now and then. Probably more like someone just slapping it, but like literally full force. So it was pretty difficult to fall asleep that way, especially because I had to get up a few times for little chicken because she had been sleeping the entire day pretty much. So she woke up and she practically had zoomies, but there was no space to have zoomies, so I let her out. It was definitely too cold outside for her to like be able to zoom for long. Then I'd take her back, then she'd meow and want to get out again. Oh, speaking of the devil, hello my chickie. Hello my kitty cat.
She's been out and about this morning at least. But yeah, so I went to close her in the bakkie because there's at least a little bit more space in there. And then she also wouldn't be bothering us too much because we were already struggling. And yeah, I'm not sure how much sleep we were actually able to get. But yeah, all in all, Bucky's still standing. We were honestly wondering if the tent would get super damaged, but by the looks of it, I'm really impressed. Honestly, Bundu Tech, well done guys. This Bundu top is really solid. I'd say the only real problem when it gets super windy is these little afdaki things that like help with shade and like rain and stuff. Obviously they're the ones that like when the wind comes in hard, it like slaps against the side of the tent, and that's what made it have that effect of sounding like someone's literally giving this thing a PK all night through. But yeah, so you can see like this one corner is a bit bent because the wind did come from this side most of the night. But yeah, other than that, it was definitely a pretty cool experience. I'll see if I can get some nice views before we go, but I don't think it'll be too long before we leave, so. So I'm gonna assume that there is the military installation. Yo! I had to crouch down not to not to be blown over. Yeah, that is far down. So what this is effectively, I'm not necessarily standing on a mountain. I mean, obviously, yeah, it kind of is, but behind me, it's on the South African high veld. Yo, I can barely stand up straight here. Hold on. Okay, so this here is all South African high veld. So that is pretty much like where Johannesburg is and a lot of, I want to say, the more northern areas of the country. So from the highland, you get this massive escarpment. The land goes from this height and then it just drops all the way down to what is known as the low veld. And yeah, if you carry on straight that way, I'm pretty sure I can see part of the Kruger National Park, and then the further you go that way you get to Mozambique. So yeah, pretty interesting. Today our plan is going to be to go that way ish to Hazy View. I'm going to go get back into the car with my Maggie and my Chiki, and then I want to go check out that military installation, and then we're probably going to be heading down. So yeah, lekker. So we've decided before we leave we have to come check out the Blyde River Canyon again nicely, this time from a completely different viewpoint. We brought our little chickie with. She's doing so well. We're very proud of her. Yeah, look at that. We actually don't see a lot of the canyon itself so far, other than obviously the peaks around it. But what I can see is our camping spot from yesterday. So that's Swadini Forever Resort where we stayed. It looks so small now. Look at this little one. Hey Chiki. So our Botswana bush cat turned into mountain cat. Huh, kitty cat? What we can see here is the tips of the 3 rondavels, which we saw the other day from the viewpoint looking down into the canyon. Yesterday morning we were down in the canyon on the boat looking up, and both times we could see this Mariepskop. And I remember the other day when we were at that viewpoint looking up here and thinking, wow, yes, the view up there must be insane. Here we are. Look at this one. Hello, my kitty cat. Hello, Chiki. So this collar that she's wearing is not actually her proper collar. It's because we actually lost her other one the other day.
Oh, okay, there's another guy here that I need to move the car for. That's the first human that I've seen. Okay, let me go do that quick. So this is the entrance to the military base. And as I was wondering, it seems like it is locked.
South African Air Force.
140 Squadron, Mariepskop reporting post, yeah. South African Air Force, that makes sense. There obviously used to be people that stayed here permanently, but not anymore. Warning, access prohibited. Any person entering this area without proper authority does so at his peril.
Do it.
Oh, check, and there's a nice swimming spot here.
I'm sure that's flipping cold.
Come on, Maggie, don't you want to go for a dip?
It's been so chilly.
Maggie's also super tired from the terrible sleep that we had. And now I need to reverse and hopefully try and find a spot where I can actually turn around.
We were then off again towards Hazy View, where we had a really nice brunch at a restaurant next to a river. We had some time to relax, so I absolutely passed out. And since Chiki was protecting me, Maggie went on her own little adventure. For the next few days, we stayed with parents of friends, a lovely older couple who took us in as if we were family. Thank you so much to Bill and Jen for spoiling us on our last few days in Mpumalanga. We had such a nice time with you.
That brings us to the end of this episode, just before we left for KwaZulu-Natal and the northeastern coast of South Africa, where some amazing adventures awaited us. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when the next episode comes out. You can also follow us on Instagram to see more of the journey as it unfolds. Until next time.